Hello, my name is Karen Maye and I'm here to tell you about my case study, Strengthening School-University Partnership through Mentor-Teacher Capacity Building. So just to give you an introduction and some context, I work in the School of Education at UCD, and specifically I work on the Professional Master of Education, which is a 2-year programme that prepares students to become post-primary teachers in Ireland. Now, our students go out on placement for the duration of the 2 years of the programme, and whilst on placement they are assigned a cooperation teacher, which is a full-time teacher in the school that they are working in. That cooperating teacher is often referred to as a mentor teacher, and they can often be hugely influential on the development of the student teacher and the type of teacher that they become in the future. Now, the role of mentoring is firmly established in teacher education in Ireland, but the role of the cooperating teacher has been found to be ad hoc, under-resourced and underutilised, and conceptually the purpose of mentoring is also poorly defined. Furthermore, the Teaching Council has identified that partnership between initial teacher education providers such as ourselves at UCD and our placement schools is a key means of aligning theory and practice, and really provides a rich opportunity to develop the knowledge of teacher educators such as cooperating teachers. So therefore this led us to ask the question, what form could the role of the cooperating teacher take as a mentor to best support teacher learning, and how can that role be supported through better partnership between ourselves in UCD and our placement schools? So this led us to design a programme called Teachers Leading Mentoring, and we identified a number of key actions. So we wished to develop this programme to support cooperating teachers to mentor student teachers during their school placement, and that intervention is then grounded in a broader effort to strengthen our partnership between our placement schools and ourselves in UCD. And we were also wanted to look at the impact of that as a means of aligning theory and practice and developing the capacity of cooperating teachers. So to inform the development of the initiative, Teachers Leading Mentoring, we carried out an initial survey that was sent out to all of our placement schools. So the cooperating teachers that came back, more than half said that they were interested in doing a mentoring course. There was a preference for that course to be online, but of core interest to us was that they did feel that hosting a student teacher was very worthwhile, and that student teachers can learn a lot from them as cooperating teachers. But one of the kind of red flags for us was that nearly 80% said that they had never or rarely discussed the student teacher's progress when a UCD tutor or supervisor went out to the school, and the main reason given for that was that they were never approached to do so. So that was something that we immediately wanted to work on. We then carried out in the initial focus group kind of a SCOT analysis, if you like, of what their current perception of their role as a cooperating teacher was. And they said that there was a number of strengths to the current situation. They were very good at getting the student teacher to integrate with the staff, explaining school ethos and culture, helping them address challenging behaviours, being that comforting ear, and also inspiring them. They also identified many challenges. They said that a student teacher having several cooperating teachers often led to conflict, or people not knowing who was actually supposed to be the main mentor there. They often said it was unclear what the needs of the student teacher was. They were worried about giving negative feedback to the student teacher, and they said that there was a lack of, or sometimes conflicting guidance from the different universities and colleges that the student teachers were coming from. But the main challenge they identified was time to meet with the student teacher, time to prepare for the student teacher. They identified a number of opportunities in terms of how the role could be developed if they had more time or had more resources. They said peer learning, so learning from other cooperating teachers, would be a key thing they wanted to see. Working with the student teacher to navigate the new curriculum. There's a lot of curriculum change happening at the moment in post-primary in Ireland. There could be there's more opportunity to support children in the classroom by the cooperating teacher and the student teacher working together creatively. And the obvious one, they said, was the potential for team teaching. They also identified several threats to their current success as a cooperating teacher. The lack of time came up again, the reluctance of student teachers to engage, and different approaches to mentoring, and also being fearful of overstepping. So All of this informed the design of the programme Teachers Leading Mentoring. It's a mix of online live and asynchronous sessions, but all live sessions are also recorded and also made available to participants. The programme culminates in a shared learning day in UCD at the end of each school year in May. And supporting all of this is a library of resources and relevant literature and policy for participants, and folder to allow for cooperating teachers to exchange ideas and resources. As one of the key objectives of this initiative was to really strengthen our partnership between cooperating teachers and ourselves in UCD, the principles of universal design for learning really helped us establish that ethos and culture within the programme itself. The cooperating teachers are positioned as active participants in initial teacher education. We addressed diverse mentoring challenges by incorporating the feedback from cooperating teachers, school leaders and university educators, and that allowed us to explore multiple different perspectives on effective mentoring and what that might look like. We also encouraged cooperating teachers and provided them the opportunity to reflect on their practice through various lenses and to share their knowledge with others through the online live sessions, but also through our shared learning day as well. It was also really important that we used Teachers Leading Mentoring as an opportunity to flag the initiatives we already had in place to support our placement schools. So for example, our school placement handbook that's updated every year and has lots of helpful templates in it for schools, and our website educonnect.ie that is open to anybody who wants to come and learn more about the programme, our induction, our support services and examples of student learning that they do throughout the programme. So Teachers Leading Mentoring really helped us to build upon the very strong foundations that were already in place. And as I said, each iteration of the programme culminates in our shared learning day, which is the one time that we bring people in face-to-face in UCD. Now, while not all participants in the programme are able to attend the day in UCD, we've had quite strong attendance at the day, and it's been a really positive experience for participants, both ourselves in UCD and our cooperation teachers that come in. And this is an opportunity for those cooperation teachers to exchange and share ideas and approaches that they have to supporting student teachers on placement in their schools. So what were the results and impact of it? So 53 teachers and school leaders have signed up to the programme over the course of the 2 years that we've run it, representing 15 schools. 7 of those have actually come on board to work with us part-time as placement supervisors in UCD, and a further 10 have expressed an interest to do so, which is obviously great for the sustainability of our programme and our own staffing. 25 teachers attended the shared learning day in 2024 and 21 in 25. And of all of the teachers that have signed up, only 1 has declined to continue engaging with Teachers Leading Mentoring going forward. Some really interesting comments here I thought I would share from the post-intervention focus group. So this is a focus group we carry out once the cooperating teachers have completed the programme. So a lot of it said, a lot of cooperating teachers fed back that they felt empowered, that they could shape the future of the profession, that they felt validated and valued, and that they were now more confident in their role as a mentor. They also said the opportunity to talk to other cooperating teachers made them realise that they were sharing similar challenges, and that support alone was really valuable for them. They said that in the past they might have avoided difficult conversations, but now they felt that they were equipped with the tools to address those issues and felt braver in it. They also really appreciated having clearer guidance on what was expected from them as mentors, and they would love to see the role formally recognised. I love this. They said, we're doing serious professional work here and it deserves the support. In terms of the design of the programme, they felt the flexibility was great and being able to watch it in their own time and dip in and out. Some of the negatives that they reported, and this is some of the stuff that we'll take on board now going into next year, was that time is the biggest barrier. They said there's so many initiatives that take up so much planning and energy, and it's hard to take on another one on board. They said it was great to see that there were so many supports available from UCD, but they still felt that they were on their own as a mentor in school and that it needs a whole school approach. They said they wish they had more opportunity to work with university tutors, and that sometimes it feels like we're working on silos, and that's definitely something that we've already started to work on in UCD to make sure that our university tutors and supervisors are interacting with our cooperating teachers when they're in schools. And one interesting one, in one way they said there was too much flexibility. I wish the same people attended the live sessions each time as they were forever introducing themselves. So what's the advice to others that I would give after 2 years of doing this program? So what was most effective? Well, as we said, the cooperating teachers were given the opportunity to shape their own mentoring practice and contribute to the broader discussions about the role of the cooperating teacher with UCD throughout the program. So we positioned them as professional learning leaders, recognising their expertise and talent. The design encourages cooperating teachers to reflect on their practice and creates a brave space so they could share their ideas and opinions frankly and respectfully with each other. The shared learning day was really key. It allows cooperating teachers and school leaders to come together and share their learning and celebrate their success and expertise. And that gave the role recognition and strengthened relationships, not just between UCD and our cooperating teachers, but also with cooperating teachers between other schools. For ethical reasons, we weren't able to interview our student teachers while they were still students on the programme. But now that they've graduated, our next steps next year, as well as running a third iteration of Teachers Leading Mentoring, is to survey and interview our student teachers so that what their ideas and thoughts on the role of cooperating teachers should be informs the future development of the programme. So if you would like to find out more about the programme itself, please feel free to go to our website. So this is our newly launched website, teachersleadingmentoring.com. You can scan the QR code there as well. But equally, I'd love to hear from you if you wanted to find out more about this initiative. If you yourself work with students who are on placement during the duration of their programme, please feel free to give me an email and we can meet over a coffee in UCD or over Zoom. And here's just a short list of references that inform the development of the programme. Please, again, feel free to get in touch if you have any queries about these.